Hi, I'm live. I'm gonna open some. Samples or a box full of samples. But first, I'm gonna wait for maybe a few people to show up here. I have some Crown Royal XR. It has the beautiful glass stopper which fills up with whiskey, and then it sort of drops back down. Wow. There's my alarm. I'm supposed to wake up now. Well, I'm back. Oh, somebody's watching. Yes, good evening. What time is it where you are? Over here, it's just 4 p.m. Yeah, might as well show that. Yeah, good evening. Lion Brain. I don't remember your name. You just tuning in for the first time? There we are. Got my first dram of the evening. And a good evening to you too. Another 7 p.m. Oh, okay. You're in the Eastern time zone, the same time zone as New York City. Donner Pass. Yes. Hi, Donner Pass. It's been a while. More of a taxi vlog. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. This is not going to be a taxi vlog at all. This is going to be opening a box of whiskey, a box of samples of whiskey. And okay, so there we go. And yeah. Oh, this smells great. Oh, we got somebody else here. People are starting to get in. 2 a.m. here, we'll probably fall asleep. Sorry, Mark. 2 a.m. Wow. So we're talking 10 hours difference. 10 hours. Wow. That's far. 3 people watching. That's nice. This is good stuff. It's only 40%, but it's Canadian whiskey blended at its finest. It has some of the last whiskey from the Ville La Salle plant just outside of Montreal. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to pass by the distillery, and you could smell the what do you call it? You could smell it. You could smell when they were cooking up a batch. Oh, let's see now. Donner Pass would love to send you some samples too, but hear how much Canada fines and confiscate things coming across the border. Any tips to ensure delivery? I don't know. I've usually received everything that has been sent to me. It's rare that something doesn't make it. And there's another Hawkwan. Oh, it's another new name I don't remember. And here we got the Draminator. Quig, what you having? I'm going with Glenallachie 12. Oh, I don't have any Glenallachie 12. But right now I'm drinking some Crown Royal XR. Some really special stuff. A little expensive, but oh. And over here we got somebody, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Wow. So we're talking, 9 hours. Wow. Okay, now we've got 4 people watching. I would like to have a few more before I start opening the box. The box is this one here. Some people like to to mark things like, I always put balsamic vinegar on the customs declaration. So my Patreon. Okay, sure. That was this here. One of the tricks is always to put in, I put in on customs declaration something innocuous, like I always put balsamic vinegar. It seems to always make it through, no matter where you go. Another trick is to put, if you got a box like this, put a box of Kraft dinner in there so that when they shake it, you won't hear the liquid. You will hear the Kraft dinner going shake, shake, shake. Oh, Greg's Whiskey Guide. Nice of you to join us. Cool to see you at an almost same time zone. 1 a.m. here in Paris. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And here we go. Hi, everyone, as well. Great. Hi, Donner Pass. And Donner Pass says hi to Greg. And now I think we've got 5 people watching. So that's a good start. I don't expect my little channel to really have a lot of people watching. Or beard oil. Yeah, beard oil. I don't know. I never oil a beard. I just leave it alone. Beard oil. I have a knife and I have the box. This one is sent to me by someone in Chicago who goes by the name of Malt User on YouTube. His name is Eric. His real name is Eric. And we've been exchanging samples for some time now. Whiskey Friend always puts snow globe, and you put glass figure. Okay, that's good. Snow globe. I heard that one of his snow globe things didn't make it somewhere at one time, but I received some samples from him at one time, and they got here unscathed. So, it's not as bad. If you put whiskey on a customs declaration, of course, you know what's going to happen. It will be confiscated, and that will be the end of that. What do we got? Hope you're well, Andy. Little channel, you're kidding. Yeah, well, no, you got to look at the views. We got 7 people watching right now. But, for views, if I get over 100 views per video in the first day, that's a thrill to me, anyway. And just because I have that many subscribers doesn't mean that all of them watch. Here's one. This is the Edu Silver Whiskey Pure Blé Noir. So black wheat, buckwheat whiskey from France. There you go. Interesting. That's something I've never heard of. Buckwheat whiskey from France. What else has he got here? Man, well, that's a lot of packaging. I think he's reused some of the packaging I sent him. Oh my gosh. Okay. And he's also put in a lot of these little guys here, these peanuts of styrofoam foam peanuts. Oh, we got Richard Agnew here saying, evening all, just sipping on the new peated Lot 40, well worth picking up. Oh, I have one, but I'm kind of backlogged with a lot of whiskeys right now, so it might be a while till I get to that peated Lot 40, but I do have one. I was at the Spirits release last week. In fact, I made a video last week of the things I picked up at the Spirits release. And here we got, an Eric package, cool. I saw him in Paris last month. Yes, he told me about that. And that you had a really good time. Deanston, 28-year-old, Muscat finish, 45%, 1991 vintage. Wow. And what's cool is that he's he's sending me back the bottles I sent him. I guess that happens. What else have we got here? Oh, this is a big one. Barrel Seagrass Rye Whiskey. 59.2% alcohol by volume. Rye finished in Martinique rum, apricot brandy, and Madeira. Oh my goodness. This may be interesting. What else? Okay. Foursquare Vintage 2009. 12-year-old ex-bourbon rum. Okay, it's ex-bourbon barrel rum. 60%, or is that 68%? I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, I can't even get it to. It's too bright. Let's try this again. A little bit more light, or a little less light. Is that 60 or 68? I'm going to err on the side of 60. All right. Foursquare rum. He's still trying to get me into rum. And Eric. Oh, what do we got? Oh, now I'm getting behind on the. We'll do the craft dinner trick too. Great. Good job. What's here? And Greg's saying hi to Richard. Okay. And Richard's. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about, but somebody might. How are you going to have a whiskey advent? Are you going to have a whiskey advent calendar this year? Well, the people from the Whiskey Secret Spirits, they kind of ran into some trouble early on in the year. They got busted for transporting whiskey over the border and selling it by mail in, I think, Idaho, somewhere like that. And there are some older whiskeys from them, or some older advent calendars from them circulating. There's a couple shops in the UK, I think, that have some of their advent calendars from previous years, but I'm not buying one. I am getting some advent calendar from Shelter Point. In fact, it's on the way here right now. I've already ordered it, but it's only half an advent calendar. It's 12 days. It's like the same thing they did last year, where it was 12 samples or 12 bottles to say goodbye to the year 2020. And now this year they have 12 bottles that will say goodbye to the year 2021. What's that? Oh, okay. I'll get back to all this other stuff later. I'm in the middle of watching a video too, but yeah, it wasn't over yet when the 4 o'clock came along. So here we go. Oh, there's an answer here from, okay. French bottle he bought after a tasting home, but he didn't buy the one I advised him. Okay, better one probably because he got tempted too much by Maison's whiskey exclusive that should be good. Ben Riach is one. Okay. Here we go. Okay, what else have we got here? First win in Paris over New Zealand since '73. Big day. Sports. Sorry, not my fort. Greg says you'll get a parcel from me later on, Andy. Once I'll be getting my own bottles as payment for my blending work with a French distillery. Of course, other things. Fantastic, Greg. That'd be wonderful. And indeed, it is rare. Okay. Sounds like a 60% corrected from a previous 68. I really don't know. Shelter Point, I'm sure. Oh, yes. Actually, it is Shelter Point. You're right. And I ordered one for myself and one for my sometimes co-host. She was going to be here this week, but she was tired last night, so I went solo and shot 4 videos like I do every week. Oh, very nice. New Ripple Rock and Prohibition coming out soon. Save your pennies, boys and girls. Yeah, I just spent a lot of money at the Premium Spirits release that came up last week. But a new Ripple Rock and Prohibition, that should be interesting. Good thing I still have a bit of credit left. What else is in here? This is a Balvenie Ton 1509, batch number 5. Oh, that might be interesting too. Balvenie. Cool. And that's 5 of them. There's a 6th one later. The 6th one, which is I've never tried any of these. It's a Dingle Irish single malt, non-age statement, batch 5, 46%, bourbon, PX, Madeira, matured. That'll be interesting. Yeah. Shelter Point. Yeah, Shelter Point, of course. What else is going on? Awesome. Still 12. Thanks again for the previous ones. We had a blast trying some along with Leon Webb. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we go. What is this? Digits Bourbon, 5-year-old, 45%, designed by NBA legend Scotty something. Let me just turn my light brighter so I can see it again. And here I am, stepping on these peanuts. I'm stepping on a bubble wrap. What's the guy's name here? Scotty Pipper. Okay. All right. What else is going on here? Okay. 12 days of Christmas calendar. That is a good idea. Seems like it would make the price more reasonable. Yes, it does. In fact, they don't come with a great big wooden box, and the packaging is not so fancy. It's cardboard. And last year, they didn't have much experience with putting advent calendars together at Shelter Point. So what happened is they would have a box with 12 little pigeonholes, but when you opened one up, there was no bottle there. I'm going, oh, what's going on? And I opened up another one, and there was no bottle there. All of the little bottles had migrated to the bottom of the box, so I had to open the box from the back, and they were not in any numerical order anymore, so they were random, and so I just tried them randomly and blindly, and had some interesting surprises. Yeah. Okay. Now what else is going on here? Wow, that Balvenie is a very expensive one. Cool. Yeah, that's great. I'm sure that there's some cheap ones in here too. Okay. There's another one I've never had. Torvig Legacy Series 2017. Isle of Skye, first bottling, 46%. I've never had a Torvig, so that's a special thing too. Very special. Special samples. Yeah. And Greg's never tried Dingle yet. Oh, fantastic. It's going to be interesting. You will experience the Dingle Tingle. I suppose I will. Okay. What else? Pippin? Oh, could be Pippin. I don't know. Maybe it is Pippin. He was running out of room on the label, so I don't know. I don't know. You could be right. All right. Next. Sounds like Pippin rather than Pippin. Yeah, Pippin would have been something like out of the Lord of the Rings, wouldn't it? Chicago Bulls. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm totally ignorant when it comes to that kind of thing. Sorry. I just don't get into spectator sports. But I love whiskey. See now. Tamdu batch strength number 5. Sherry matured 59.8. Wow. Eric is outdoing himself. I wonder if he'll join us in this little live stream. You need a magnifying glass, Andy, then you'll look more like Ralphie. What's that look like? I do have one. Okay. Haven't tried Torvig either. Okay, there you go. There's a lot of things I haven't tried. Jumped into some French stuff instead. First bottle open was awesome. Waiting to open the more expensive one I picked for my Christmas, a Cornog peated single malt, usually awesome. Okay, I've never heard of Cornog either. But I have heard of, what's that one? It's escaping me right now. I can see the box. The distillery starts with a W, Varinghem or something like that. And the whiskey itself is, you'll probably tell me in a moment. Eric sent me one of those Digits bourbon samples too. My label says it's 15-year-old. Oh, maybe it's a different one. This one says 5-year-old. So, okay, maybe it's a different Digits bourbon. There's probably more than one particular, more than one expression of it. Oh, okay. And this one here is M&H Israeli single malt. Oh, milk and honey. Apex Series, 3-year-old, 61.5%. White wine cask. Wow, that's going to be fantastic. Or he's giving me a cross section of stuff I've never seen, which is the idea of this whole thing. And I have a few things that he's never seen. So in the next batch, I'll probably be sending him some from the Premium Spirits release as I start to open them up. What is this? Glenfarclas, 21-year-old. Whiskey Exchange exclusive. Oloroso Sherry. Wow. He's been getting stuff from Whiskey Exchange? Marvelous. Marvelous. I guess, yeah, in the States you can order online from Europe. Wow. Okay, let's see. Here we go. My birthday, not Christmas. Cornog is a repeated expression name from Glen R. Moore Distillery. Yes, Varingham, Armorique. There you go. Thank you. I don't know why it sort of slipped my head, but yeah, they do blended whiskey too. Brege whiskey. I've heard of that, but I didn't know it was coming from Armorique or from Varingham. Oh, what do you know? Lafroig Carchus 2021 Cask Strength PX 58.9. I have that one too. I have a whole bottle, but this will save me. This will be nice. Yeah, I picked that up. I also picked up another Lafroig 10 Cask Strength when I was at the spirits release. Okay, I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think we're done. There's a paper bag at the bottom here. That's all mushed up together. Okay. There we are. Okay. So 12 samples. I'll stay on for a little while. Maybe chat with you guys. Okay. Send you other French whiskeys. Thank you. I've had a few, not that many, but I've had a few. And I also had Italian whiskey. I had German whiskey. I had Austrian whiskey. I have not had a Dutch whiskey yet. Oh, it's almost time. Fantastic. Okay, well, that's great. 4 people watching. Wow, I guess I didn't. Did I publicize this? I think I put a post on YouTube that this was coming up, but maybe it didn't work out properly. Oh, well. No big deal. I don't usually do lives anyway. It's just something that I thought would be interesting to do this time. Oh, have a Kilchoman PX release. Will be opening soon, plus 4-ounce sample bottles of STR cask Loch Gorm and 100% Isla barley. Kilchoman Christmas. Nice. I've enjoyed Loch Gorm in the past, but the trouble is it disappears so fast. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be doing a lot of some Port Charlotte and Lafroig this year. Richard Agnew says here, Milestone Dutch, heard good things about. Yeah, I heard too. It's from what I understand, it's a rye. Or yeah, Dutch rye. Several hours ago. Yes, I did. I thought I did. Okay. Okay, that means it should have worked. I guess people didn't tune in. Maybe they're busy doing something else. Maybe there's something going on today that I don't know about. Okay. Sent a message to Eric to join you if you can. Hope it works. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now that I'm on Instagram, it leaves more possibilities of contact. Yeah, I haven't really. I stay on YouTube. I haven't really got to Instagram, and I found Twitter to be a waste of time, to me anyway. Okay. Zouden Distillery, Milestone Whiskey brand, does Geneva whiskey, single malt, rye, etc. Still have some samples to try from them. Okay. Did I show you this trick? I think much of what you pay for is the stopper. Yeah, millstone. It's probably has two L's as well. So Millstone. But these things happen. We all make mistakes and make mistakes pronouncing things and make mistakes spelling things, spelling them like the way they sound. Was that weird fun? This is, yeah, Crown Royal XR. Canadian whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, and somewhat expensive. But it's special. And this was the last bottle that I found in a liquor store on the top shelf. And it was the I've had one before and I liked it. And this was the last one. I know it almost cost me $200, but do I have the bill of sale here? I might even have that. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Crown Royal XR Blue, deposit 10 cents for the bottle. It even comes in its own proper velvet baggie. And it's just ridiculous and conspicuous. And it's $171.99 with a 10-cent deposit, $17.20 liquor tax, $8.60 goods and services tax, grand total $197.89. But this was the last bottle. I will probably never see another Crown Royal XR again as long as I live. Indeed, Millstone, you're right. There you go. Yep, Millstone. Okay, what do we got? What's Donner Pass saying here? Eric also sent me Lafroig 16, 48% all first fill ex-bourbon casks. Really liked it. Have a bottle coming along with Lore and a new Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. Oh, you know, I just had a Bunnahabhain 12 last night. I haven't had any in about 6 years. When I originally tried it. But I tried it last night. And it was glorious. It was a fantastic whiskey. The cask strength, no, I don't think we can have that. I don't think we have that anywhere around here. Okay, what's going on here? Quigs, what about Swedish whiskey? Macamira, hope I spelt that correctly this time. I had one, and this was sent to me by Renee from Sauleg. He sent me a package with 2 whiskeys in it. One of them, unfortunately, the bottle was broken and crushed. And there was one whiskey left in the package, and we actually went online with that. And we did it online. We tried it. It was the Macamira Svensk Rök, and I didn't like it. It just didn't do it for me. I haven't tried any other Swedish whiskey. I just had that sample of Svensk Rök, and that was it. Okay, well, what else is going on here? Greg's opened a crazy rum tonight, positively impressive and a powerhouse, but less than said, and definitely not only for mixing, like Glenmoe X. Yuck. Plantation OFTD bottled at 69%. Okay, there's only one rum that I really liked, and that was the sample of Hampton Estate rum that Eric sent to me in the last package before this one. That was fabulous. But this time, I think he only gave me one rum to try, and that was the Foursquare Vintage 2009. The rest of them are whiskeys, and some of them are, well, whiskeys that I would never find around here, which is part of the whole deal behind sending samples. And here, now I prefer High Coast or Bergslagen at Richard Agnew. You still have to try Spirit of Heaven, or is it Heaven or Heaven? Okay, it's probably Heaven. Quig's Whiskey Guide, good tip. Okay. 3/4 of Swedish whiskeys are not exported. Like, unfortunately, 3/4 of French whiskeys too. Just to let you know, guys, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. It's the same with Canadian whiskeys. A lot of them are just not exported. Like this, I don't know if this has ever been exported anywhere. I don't know if Shelter Point, I don't think Shelter Point is exported anywhere. Two Brewers, probably not. Highwood, maybe. Alberta Premium, I'm pretty sure is exported. And of course, Lot 40 and Wisers and Crown Royal and those things are exported. But there are a lot of them, a lot of smaller whiskey producers who don't export stuff. There's another distillery here not far from me that opened up recently called the Divine Spirits, or they've been making whiskey for a little while, and they put out some new ones that I have yet to try because I buy a lot of whiskey, and in the last 3 months I have really been restocking my arsenal of things to taste, because I was in the middle of summer, I was running quite dry. I didn't have a lot of whiskey left to try. Then I went on a little trip to Montreal and I picked up some things there that I'd never seen before. And I've been buying a lot of stuff online too from places like Alberta. And it's usually things I can't get here. Or things that I can get here only on special events like a premium spirits release. But we're good for premium spirits releases now for another. I think the next spirit release is going to be next summer. Next summer, around the middle of July, I think. Okay, here we go. I'll do a rum video soon because I'm starting to have some. Oh, okay, great. 36 euros only. Yeah, apparently rum is not quite as expensive as whiskey. It hasn't picked up the same kind of cachet, I think. Supermarket price, probably because nobody buys it. Frightened by the high ABV, but it was attractive. Okay. I saw decent reviews, so jumped on it. There you go. Okay. All right. Heaven of Hell. Ben. Yeah, okay. Inside the bottle. Yeah, okay. Oh, 5 people watching. 4 people watching. Great. One shows up and leaves, or one shows up and one leaves. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, somebody else here. I hope that some of you got that Black Sabbath related joke. Oh, is that what it was? It wasn't me. The older I get, the more I find that I'm ignorant of a lot of things. I guess that stems from driving a taxi at night. You miss a lot of the cultural references and things like that. Beautiful. Just enough corn sweetness, just enough rye. And then there's also a creamy element to it as well. But I'm not here to review Crown Royal XR. I'm just drinking it to enjoy it. What's this? Want to try the single malt from Africa, whose malt is peated with elephant tongue. It's supposed to be good. Oh, is that made by, what do they call themselves? The same people who make Baines? And there was one that had something to do with a boat. Elephant tongue. Single malt from Africa. Wow. Well, apparently they have a coffee that where the beans have been eaten by some wild cat in the jungle and then pooped out, and then the coffee beans are harvested from the cat poop, and they're ground up, and it's apparently a big delicacy. Where was that? Somewhere on the other side of the world. I don't know if that's down in Indonesia or Sumatra or someplace like that. I'm not sure, but I have heard of things being made that way. So with the coffee beans that have gone through the digestive tract of a cat. Pleased to have you live, my friend. Yeah, thank you. I'm having fun too. And here, Greg says, I think I had enough done with a sample of that Icelandic floki. Oh, is that done with shit too? I heard of it, but I've never tried it, actually. And Ray had it on a live stream with his friend Roddy, and they liked it. Oh, Roy and Roddy. Okay, quite a bit. See, the trouble is, I know Roy and Roddy are doing great, fantastic things, but I just can't watch 3-hour videos. I just don't have the time. And especially when they're being, when they're going live during the hours when I'm sleeping. And then later on, when I wake up, I have to get to work. And when I'm at work, I don't want to watch 3-hour videos. I want to watch a video that's 5 minutes in between calls. And so I guess I miss a lot of those things. I have met Roy and Roddy when I was in Glasgow back in 2019. But I just don't have the time to watch these long videos. If a video is more than half an hour long, chances are I'm not going to tune in. And I'm being a hypocrite too, because like right now we're going on 44 minutes. Here we are. It was a blast indeed. Okay. And what's this? Same for me for a lot of US Canadian lives. So so happy your live is still before 3 a.m. Well, for me, it's afternoon. It's 4:44. It's just gone dark. It's probably going to get darker. Well, it's dark. It's dark already. It's evening by our local sun. And I'll probably be on for a little bit longer, and then I'll probably go and drink some more and watch some more YouTube and going on. Oh, what's this here? Number hour videos. They're amateurs compared to Alan, the whiskey friend, legend. Yeah. I used to put up long live videos, long live streams. I just don't have the time anymore. I need to rest on my weekend, like right now, because things have been really hectic at work. We're short-staffed. We don't have enough people. We don't have enough drivers, and so we're being rushed all over the place. It gets a little busy, and then it becomes a panic. It's terrible. I'm going to take a week off, a week from now, just to get my sanity back from working too hard. Because it is possible to burn out, especially when you do long 12-hour shifts. And we're Saturday, so yeah, it is Saturday, exactly. Donner Pass loved this week's stream. Everyone was losing it as they made cocktails with unicorn bottles of scotch. What? Everyone was losing it as they made cocktails with unicorn bottles of scotch. Okay, so you're talking about Roy and Roddy. Yeah, okay. I get it. What's here? Hey, buddy, long time no see. It's Top Shelf Dustin. Dustin, it's been a while. Yes, it has. I still make regular videos. I just don't do live. But this time, when I had a box full of samples, it was time to do a live unboxing. So if you missed that, you can go back to the beginning of the video and, see it again. And what's here? Greg's Whiskey Guide to Richard Agnew. The record duration seems to be still Ken Scott Down Under, almost 24 hours with some interruptions, if not mistaken. Okay. I've been known to go for about 10 hours, 11 hours, whatever. I'm not in this to compete. I'm not competing. Get the burnout, man. I used to work 90 hours a week earlier in my career. It was great experience, but mother of God, yes. That's it. I mean, I do 60-hour weeks now, but I'm getting old too, 20 years ago, I could go on and work hard and go full pin the whole time. But now I need breaks in between. I need breaks in between. And since we're short-staffed, those of us who are working have to take up the slack because there's nobody to take care of things and do their part. So yeah, exactly, Dustin. It's nuts. What do we got here? Greg's saying hi to Dustin. You probably have a better info than me about record broken. Okay, and what was this here? Greg's Whiskey Guide. Good grief. 24 hours. Oh, that's what he's talking about. 24 hours. And Mike Bennett. Good to have you here. Hey, just stumbled onto this. Yeah. Great. That's cool. Thanks for joining. Cheers. That was good. Just in case you didn't know. It was a Crown Royal XR with the trick top. And like so. I went through a whole bottle of this without even knowing the trick. And that was showed to me by a video I saw by Whiskey Whistle. Yeah. It was Mark Kaufman, Whiskey Whistle. Oh yeah, 90 hours. Okay. 60 hours is enough for me, guys. Just enough. Oh, okay. Thanks, Quig. Oh, you're welcome anytime. What do we got here? Dustin saying to Donner Pass, yeah, first week of every month, There were some 18-hour Saturday and Sunday. Wow, no, too much. Way too much. So he did it. Oh my God, top shelf Dustin. And 90 hours of work is insane. Yeah. 60 is quite enough for me. Thank you very much. And anybody happen to know anything about an independent bottler whiskeys of Scotland? Huh. Well, let's see if I can Google it. Whiskeys of Scotland. Oh, they seem to like Klein Leash. Whiskeys of Scotland. Yeah, well, here apparently there is one. It's Whiskeys of Scotland Klein Leash 18-year-old single malt Scotch 1995. $130, $134.96 a bottle. Okay, where is this? Add to cart. Let's add one to the cart and see what happens. We may be restricted from shipping certain items to your state. Okay, this is from the United States. So this is a store called Astor, wherever that is. But I think I'm going to get out of there. But the Whiskeys of Scotland is apparently yeah. Add to cart. $809.76 for a case of 6. And that's probably the United States, since they mentioned states. I guess they exist, but I haven't seen them around here. So I don't know. Whiskeys of Scotland. Maybe somebody else knows something about them. Craig's Whiskey Guide used to be I'd get up to work at 9 a.m., work till 8 p.m., come home, have a drink or two, dinner, work until 1 to 2. Oh, yeah. Insanity. Too much work. And Greg says, no idea. Okay. Made an impulse buy by my daughter in New York City, now having some regrets. Oh, are we talking about Whiskeys of Scotland? To me, independent bottlings are a whole other world. Yes, they are. And sometimes you can be immensely rewarded for going there. And other times you can be sadly disappointed. There's a bigger difference. The best ones are better than the best. I have one over there that's just simply amazing. In fact, I think I'm going to pour me a dram. I think I made a video of this one recently. First of all, though, I'm going to need some more water because it's at cask strength. And cask strength. But oh, what a cask strength. Let me close this Crown Royal baggie again. And I will pull one of my legendary disappearing acts. We'll get me some water from the other room and I'll be right back. Okay, got my water. Now let me get that into that indie bottle here. Someone mentioned Glenallachie 12. Here's an indie. Glenallachie 12. This stuff is phenomenal. And I just bought it because I saw it on the shelf. Did that one go live yet? Let me check. Let me check. I did a video about this one, and it's going to go up, well, in the next week or so. I bought this online from Alberta, and it was just so interesting, and the price wasn't too terrible. It's a 12-year-old Glenallachie. Cask number, doesn't matter. Distilled in August of 2008 and bottled in February of 2021. 700 mils, so it's European naturally. Alcohol by volume 54.3%. And distilled in the Speyside region at Glenallachie. This is a Duncan Taylor bottling, and Duncan Taylor usually has wonderful bottles. It depends which bottler you're going for, because the way I understand it works is that there are certain independent bottlers who have dibs on the best barrels. Like I'm talking about, who would they be? Like Cadenheads would be one of them. And who else is in the prime there? Gordon MacPhail. And, there's a few bottlers that they get the first choice. And, they sample them all and they take the best ones. And then the barrels that they reject still go through the system, but they're less well known or not as prestigious indie bottlers who get those ones to pick from. And then they pick from those, and then there's still some barrels left, and they go downstream to the not so prestigious and smaller indie bottlers, and so on and so on. So there are some like Duncan Taylor and Carnmore, and there are some bottlers that will get the best stuff, and they will choose the best stuff. But there are some other indie bottlers that are down a few tiers, and what they'll give you or what you'll get from them won't be the best of the best. In fact, they will be the sadder, more or the casks and barrels that are less good or less. Yeah. Okay. Machine Dustin. Now here, that's the very bottle. What, this one? Oh, no, this is wonderful. Okay. Back when I truly loved my job, it was easy, man. Now, no way I could do that. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Greg's Whiskey Guide at Richard Agnew. I have whiskeys home from 29 different indie bottlers, but it is still a small drop in several hundred of independent bottlers all over the world. Yeah. I've only got bottles from 1, 2, 3 or 4 right now. But this is a butterscotch sensation. Oh, this is a beauty. And it's, this is a butterscotch. It's like Werther's original candies. It's wonderful stuff. Okay, there's more comments here. I'll go through. Beware, though, because some. Okay. Beware, because many so-called indie bottlers with obscure names are not real indie bottlers, but buy for store picks or are subsidiaries of bigger companies. It happens a lot with big 4 or 5. Oh yeah, okay, okay. Hmm. Mm. And when the cat's away. Oh, okay. Uh, oh, oh, I see. That's what you're talking about, Mike Bennett. It. Here we go. Had her pick up a Kleinleash 18 and a Mortlach 18, but can't find much info online. So wondering about Whiskies of Scotland reputation. I don't know. And here we go. Duncan Taylor, haha, yes. Oh, there's Raymaster. Haven't seen you for a while. Hi, Quig. Do you still keep boxes of your empty bottles now that your wall is full? Oh, yes. I'm starting a second row. The second row goes to here, from the door to here. And that's a single row, and this is 2 rows. Oh yeah, I still keep the boxes. I'm still doing the boxes. Okay, here we go. Also, some names are confusing when summarized or shortly said. Example: Malt of Scotland is a German company. Okay, while the single malts of Scotland are from UK. Okay, fun. Well, anything to make stuff obscure and give you a leg up on the industry. Why not? Glenallachie 12. This one, this Duncan Taylor Dimensions, amazing, amazing. Looks like I'm going through it fast too. I only opened this like last week. But that's what happens with stronger whiskeys is I get to the point where it's my last dram, and the last dram isn't quite enough. I need another dram, and I have to go to a last dram, and that's why the high ABV whiskeys don't usually stick around a lot. The ones that stick around a lot, that last longest on my shelf, are the middle ones, because I'm always starting my flight with something weak, 40, 43% alcohol by volume. And then towards the end, I'm going cask strength. Well, this time I went straight from 40 to 43%, 54%. That's cask strength, I suppose, in some places. And who knows what I will drink next? Maybe I'll go peated because it's the season, it's getting kind of cold and yucky and wet and rainy and disgusting out there. And yeah. Kleinleash 18 you were talking about earlier. Yeah, that's the first one I found. Okay, I got you, Mike. I got you. Things do sort of they become clear after a while. I just Googled Whiskies of Scotland, and that's what came up. So maybe that's one of their more popular. Maybe that's one of their more popular expressions. Kleinleash 18. Okay. Greg says, and to make it even more complicated, some sub-brands do exist only for some local markets and change name from country to country. Oh, yeah. That doesn't surprise me either. Okay. Astor is in New York City that you were looking at. Okay, yeah. I figured it was somewhere in the States. And there you go. They won't send anything to me here. That's why I just stopped. Nobody ships to Canada except other Canadians, like in Alberta and other places in Canada, but nobody ships from outside of Canada into Canada because of the ridiculous excise laws and border control, and yeah. Oh, here we go. Second row. Yes, yes. It started already. It started. Great idea. The second row, yeah. Right. Yeah, what do we got here? Cheers, guys. I need to go to sleep now. I have to get up early tomorrow because I'm flying to Scotland for a week. Oh, you lucky guy, you. Wish I could do that. They won't let me on a plane anymore. I had my window to travel back at the end of July when they relaxed the restrictions, and I flew to Montreal for a week. Spent a week with my mother and sister, and then I flew back home. And 3 weeks later, suddenly we had to wear masks again in public, and then about a month after that, we weren't allowed to go anywhere like restaurants and pubs and stuff unless we got vaccinations and things. And I don't know. I've been in a taxi for almost 30 years. I've been with the general public. Whatever germs and things that they had on them have been, I've been exposed to them, and I don't get sick anymore. So I don't know. Well, have a good night there, Raymaster. Oh, we've got more people joining now. Look at this. We've got 9 people watching. What happened? Is this because we've been on for an hour? Wow. Nice. Okay. What's going on here? Sorry to waste so much time on that topic. I'm just in that post purchase mode of wondering. Well, try it. You know, I buy so much whiskey that I don't worry about it. If one bottle's bad or it's not to my liking, I can just blend it. In fact, I had a blend going on for a while there where I put everything that I didn't like in it, and I finished it as soon as I could. It turned out to be a little better than the individual components because I did add a few things that I liked to it. And that's it. Don't waste your whiskey. Add things that you like to things that you don't like, and you might make them more palatable and more enjoyable. Cheers at Raymaster. Nice. Enjoy your trip. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Better times will come. Yeah, I hope so. Okay, everyone's saying to have a great trip. Thanks, Greg, says Ray. Have a good trip there, Ray. And what do we got? Dustin. Okay, I got to say, I hope we go to masks full time in planes and for all food workers. It's nice laughing out loud. Full time in place. No, I just hope for this hysteria to be gone. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Thanks, Mike, says Ray. And COVID or not. Really? I don't know. If anything, this whole COVID has made the world divisive. People for and people against. For food workers, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not going to get into this topic. Really, no. I'm not going to go there. I don't want to. Top shelf, Dustin. Air condition is there for that. Oh, okay. Air conditioners and filters. Okay. We don't need food workers spitting on food when they're talking. Okay. No, I see where you're coming from that. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Yeah, well, you don't want to smell people on planes. That's true. I get tired of smelling my own breath, but I'm not going there. I'm not. No, no. Mike Bennett has to run. Have a great evening, everyone. Yeah, have a good night there, Mike. Okay. And what else is going on here? By food workers, you mean stewards? No, he's talking about people who make food. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that you're being non-political. I do appreciate that. Good. Was intended to be humorous, but with a hint of truth. Um, yeah, unfortunately, things can be very easily misconstrued, especially in a text format. Because with a text format, it's the words are there. It's black on white. It's there, and you don't get the inflections. You don't get the little clues that this is supposed to be humorous. Unfortunately, so yeah, you got to be very careful when using text. Um, I've been on the internet since 1992, so we're talking almost 30 years, and yeah, you got to be careful what you say sometimes because it can be really taken the wrong way very easily. And I almost took you the wrong way. I see it, Top Shelf Dustin, but I don't want to talk about it either. I'm not here for that. Yes, that's it, Greg. I'm not here for that. I agree with you completely. Now we've got 8 people watching. Okay. I just think it's nice seeing people talking over food wearing a mask. And I've had people sneezing and drooling while they sleep next to me on planes. Oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Fortunately, I don't take planes that often. All right. Cover that up. Whatever. Um, it needs more time, and it is a very divisive topic. That current crisis, yes, very much so. And I don't want to. I don't want to be the one who divides us. So I really, yeah, and really not political either. I'm the least political of people you're ever going to meet, so I'm not gonna go there. I understand where you're coming from, Dustin, but um, okay. No, I personally, me, I take one plane maybe in 10 years these days, anyway. My last trip to Montreal was what, maybe 8 years ago, before the one this summer. Okay, there's an answer from Dustin. What's it say? Not that often, but I only fly for work, which kind of adds to my discontent with that experience. Okay. Never fly by choice. Okay. I can hear the experienced cab driver talking here. Well said, Andy. Oh, thank you. And when people get in my taxi and they say, I forgot the mask, I say, I don't care. I've been exposed to everything already anyway. What is this? The Draminator says, top shelf Dustin. Mr. D, have you put the big M on ceiling fan fix detail? What? I don't understand. The big M ceiling fan fix detail. I don't know who the big M is. Okay. Fan fix? Okay, I don't know either. I can stay still 20, 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, that's about going to be the limit for me too. Maybe one more dram after this one. Okay, where is this going? I don't know. Oh, that big M. Okay, Mike. Yes. Okay, Mike. I didn't know what you were talking about, but now I get it. Ceiling fan fix detail. Okay, yeah, they're talking about something that goes on their channel. Okay, got that. Okay. You might have Scotch immunity then. If you're talking to me, Greg, yeah, you are at Food Quig. You might have Scotch immunity then. Could be. I drink enough to kill everything. Oh, this is good. Big Mac. No, Big Mike. Mike. Yeah, he made a comment on a video that I made back in the summer at my mother's house, and there are these beams on the ceiling that go behind where we were recording. And he said that he likes the beams on the ceiling, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice to have beams on his ceiling there with his ceiling fan and stuff, and so on. Would be hard to get sick breathing through your mouth while drinking whiskey. Amen. But I'm not a medical expert. Well, nor am I. But I like to use something that has gone out of style about a quarter century ago. Because common sense is not common anymore. There's no such thing as common sense because sense is not common. Not like it used to be at one time. Or maybe I'm just getting more disillusioned as I get older. Mike sent you any recent samples at Food Quig? I know he was talking recently about a package he was working on for you, but not sure he sent it yet. Oh, well, he hasn't told me anything about it. And I have not received anything from Mike. But should I receive anything from him, I'll be sure to send him a few things from my Canadian arsenal, which are probably not available down stateside. So hopefully, should that happen, I'll be glad to send him a few things that I have here that you can't get down there. Okay, what do we got here? Back to whiskey. I'm browsing a bit of Malt of Scotland's website. Yeah, I started looking at them too, but I got too busy with the comments. And I have to say there are a lot of great bottlings there, especially some past ones, probably outdated pages or archives, but it is interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Dustin. The only samples I've been getting lately are from Eric, the malt muser. Still have some unopened samples from them that I should open soon, waiting for some special occasions. And you're talking about Malts of Scotland. Oh, okay. The Draminator says, top shelf, Dustin. Get the Big M a couple of ceiling fan blades for Christmas so he can fix the ceiling fan. Okay. Fans have only 2 blades. Port Ellen or a Talisker. Wow. Although I've had lots of Talisker, I've never had a Port Ellen. Although I was right there on the beach by the Maltings in Port Ellen, but I've never had any Port Ellen. Were they good? They were opening that distillery again, weren't they? Just like they were opening Brora again, I think. Okay. Barry Dunham. Can't stay. Just wanted to pop in and said hi. Hopefully the flooding isn't affecting the island too much. There's no flooding on the island. We're fine. There is no problem on the island. All the problems are in places like Chilliwack and Vernon, on the mainland, not here. Well, have yourself a good night there, Barry. Until next time. Top shelf, Dustin at the drama. You must be rich if you're rocking those 4 and 5 blade fans. Oh, so those videos that you and Mike make, those are actually recorded at your house, Dustin? I thought they were at Mike's place. But either way, yeah. So they're your fans, not Mike's. All right. I think I got it now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Okay. You the opposite. You've never been to Port Ellen and Isla, but try some. Yeah. Okay. Cheers it, Barry. Yeah. Okay. Now they're at Mike's at Food Quig. My fans are lesser than Mike's fancy for. Oh, I see. My fans are lesser than Mike's fancy 4-blade fans. Oh, well, yeah. There you go. I don't have any fans. The only fan I have is the one that you pull the chain and it turns the fan on to make kitchen odors go outside. And then when you want to stop the fan, you pull the little chain again and it stops the fan. It's one of those fans that goes right through the wall. That's the only fan I got. I don't have a ceiling fan. I don't even have a ceiling light in this room, but I do have 2 in the kitchen to make up for it. So what do I know? Okay. Going on from there, I think we're slowing down. Oh, we got 6 people watching. Yeah, maybe a few comments to keep me going, but I'm caught up. Ooh. Yeah, this is a fine whiskey. Okay, what do we got here? I wish I had one of those chain fans. My fan has this remote control. It sounds cool until you realize your neighbor's remote controls your fan too. Old school. This place is old school. This place was built in the early 60s. It's a little older than I am. So a lot of the things here are dated. But if you want reasonable rent, you're not going to live in a state-of-the-art apartment. Around here, state-of-the-art apartments are expensive. So, because for the locality, for Victoria, British Columbia, I have what some would call cheap rent. I'm staying here. I'm not moving till I retire. I'm not moving. I'm staying right here because it would not be in my interest financially to leave. My rent would maybe double if I moved to a new place. I got this one just before the rental rates went insane. Also, my ceiling lights are also on that remote. I don't have a remote for anything. The only thing I have is a remote mouse and a remote keyboard, and that's it. Everything else here, there was a remote for my stereo amplifier, but I never even put batteries in it. I left it in the box, and the amplifier, you turn it on, it's all set already. I don't have any remote controls going. Yeah, that is crazy. Pretty comical. The things I deal with while paying $1,800 a month. $1,800 a month? Oy vey. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I won't tell you what my rent is. Let's just say that my rent, because it's reasonable, it's less than half of what Dustin pays. Because my rent is reasonable, I can afford more whiskey. That's the way I look at it. Quig, I'm making a move from Glenallachie 12 to Dalmore 15. Oh. I can't do Dalmore 15, but I can do a 15. And I will. 15-year-old whiskey, single malt Scotch whiskey, is just about the perfect balance between young and old. If you find 12 years old a little bit youthful, and you find 18 a little bit too old and flat, 15 is the way to go. I will be back in a moment because I drink a lot of water to dilute my whiskey in my system. I get the full taste, the full flavor, but I drink a lot of water to keep hydrated because whiskey will dehydrate you real quick. And I do not like hangovers, and I have not had hangovers in a long time because I drink a lot of water. So naturally, I have to get some more water, and I need to get rid of some water. I'll be right back, and I'll get back to your comments. Oh. Okay. Now we got to get a 15-year-old to drink along with you. I will find such a thing. Hold on. Ah. Okay. Here you go. I went from that Glenallachie 12 independent bottle to a Glenfarclas 15. Yeah, 4 people watching. Amazing. That's okay. This I think is going to be my last dram. Oh, we're running low. I'll have to get another bottle of this somewhere. But it's been getting a little difficult to find. I think I got this one from Alberta. I can order another one, maybe. All right. Where are we at? It's more than I do not dare to tell you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're talking about the cost of living somewhere. Yeah. Okay. I miss my studio apartment back in Kentucky. I paid $450 a month for, and was in the best possible location. The city on top of that. Well, I'll tell you what. My first apartment ever cost me $215 a month Canadian. And that was back in 1984 in NDG, part of Montreal. A 5-minute walk from the campus where I was studying for my degree. That was my first apartment ever. What I pay now is considerably more, but still a lot cheaper. What's that sound? Huh. There was something outside making a strange sound. I'm sorry. Sorry I walked away. Yeah. Studio apartment. Popping a compass box. No name number 3. Okay. I remember that vaguely. And as long as you can afford it, it's okay, says Greg. Yeah. Curious to learn which one is your favorite so far. Me, I haven't tried the number 3 and bought none of the other 2. I'm fine with my Flaming Heart. Oh, yeah, I had one Flaming Heart. That was beautiful. I've had 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't go for the 6. And we're talking. Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about something else. No name number 3. Okay. I had the no name number 1. I was thinking for a moment. Macallan. Macallan, I've had 2 through 5, I think. And no name, I only had the first no name compass box because I could afford it. Then the no name 2 came along, and that was just expensive. And I just thought, it's probably not worth it. But you can correct me if you like, Dustin. Falling asleep. Good night, guys. Have a good night, Marcus. We're down to 3 people. Makes sense, Andy. Oh, what made sense? I don't know. I forget. Everyone's saying good night to Marcus. And you follow soon. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be too long either. Well, One was my favorite. Oh, well, there you go. And we're talking about the no name. I like the no name one. Okay, let's see now. First sip on this 3. Oh, here we go. Quig, great choice, my boy. Oh, yes. Hmm. Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. Very, very nice. And I bought Glenfarclas 105 at the same time. This one is about here now. The 105 is long gone because the 105 just goes down so good. And it packs such a punch. I need to get another bottle of 105 real soon. And it's pretty good, says Top Shelf Dustin. That's the number 3 no name. Okay. Interesting at Top Shelf. You're definitely an Ardbeg fan. Me, I did found it unbalanced and prefer the 2, mind you. Personal taste. Oh, okay. I like the 1 just fine. I don't need the 2 or the 3, but there you go. That's just me. I didn't like anything about the 2. Came off balance and really youthful. Yeah, and that was the expensive one. I didn't want to pay the money, so I just said no. The 1 was good. I was happy with that. Okay. John, okay, we're talking Glazer. Switched from a major Ardbeg impact to a more subdued peat impact, choosing Lefroy as major influence instead. Oh, learn something every day. It's amazing what a wealth of information there is out there, much of which I don't know about. All right. Flaming Heart is on a whole other level than Flaming Heart. Okay. I'm trying to understand that comment. It's not working too well. And what do we got here? The Draminator says, Quig, the sound outside your place was probably a Sasquatch looking for a dram. No, it was like a sound like the refrigerator was going, but it wasn't coming from the refrigerator. It was as if the refrigerator was going, but there was something loose inside, like a heat shield going. Anyway, it stopped making the noise now, so that's good. I hope to not hear it again. And cool, so different tastes. Dustin, then more choices on the shelves for both of us. Yeah, there you go. No name 2 was Heavy Kalila, not Lefroy. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Lefroy, yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. But the 10.5% 11-year Talisker kind of messed with me. Okay, I haven't had that one. The only Talisker I can get here is the 10. Oh, beautiful. I am glad that I'm not very sensitive to sulfur. Some people have said that this Glenfarclas 15 has a lot of sulfur in it, but I don't get that at all. I'm glad I don't. This is a lovely whiskey. It's been a repeat purchase. I've had several bottles of this already. Several bottles. And every one has been just wonderful. All right, what's going on here? Really, I didn't remember that. I should check out the recipe again. But anyway, I was not interested that much to buy it, and opaque black bottle didn't help for me. We're talking about the no name. I don't like opaque black bottles either. This one, at least, even though it's dark, you can kind of see through it when you put it up to a light, and you can tell how much you have. I've been talking in the past about black bottles. They should have like a white strip down the side so you can tell where your level is, just like the oil, those plastic bottles of motor oil. So 3 is Lefroy forward. Oh, okay. The one in the glass now. Okay, all right. It is really nice, but they used a lot of Beaumont in this one too, 18-year-old. And I hate to say it, but I can't stand Beaumont. Speaking about Beaumont, I tried a Beaumont last night. I'm going through a bunch of whiskeys that I've had before years and years ago, and sort of going back, doing a retro on my whiskey journey, and trying things again that I had years and years ago back when I started getting into whiskey again, or started getting more serious about whiskey than just having the occasional dram. And I had a Beaumont 12. And the peat is there and the sherry is there. It's just that there's not enough peat and not enough sherry. And if only Beaumont 12 were bottled at 46%, so it wouldn't taste so watered down, it would be wonderful. But it was a disappointment to me. Flaming Heart is on a whole other level than No Name. Yeah, it is. It is, absolutely. Besides, don't know about you guys, but I'm pissed off by the new Highland Park 15-year-old with this ceramic, ugly, creamy label. Not for me, and I'm not enough talking about its crazy price here. Highland Park, you're touching all the whiskeys I've had last night. I had a Highland Park 12 for the first time in several years as well. And I liked it enough. But it was nowhere near the Bunnahabhain 12. We got Peter White. Ordered the Freud 10 cast strength batch 13 and the 2021 cartridge yesterday from Nova Scotia. Way to go, Peter White. What have I got? I got some things under my table here. Yeah. I do have a couple things under my table. Here we are. 10 batch 13. Carchas Pedro Jimenez. Got these last week at the BC Liquor Store Premium Spirits release. I was first in line. Got everything I wanted. I got 14 bottles. And I got another 4 or 5 bottles that I ordered from Alberta just because I could get them before. But no, I take my time trying them. I get them I get them as soon as I can, but then I take my time trying them. And I'll get to those sometime next year. I will have a little advent calendar to go through. Well, good to have you with us there, Peter. Thanks for joining. And here we go. Greg loves Beaumont. Oh, really? Even the 12-year-old? Even that other one that was ex-bourbon. What was it called? I don't even remember. I know I have a box of it somewhere. Anyway, there's a box somewhere over on that side. Bowmore. It's a green box. I don't know where it went to. It doesn't matter. It was a Bowmore without the sherry, and it was just ghastly. Okay, Greg's Whiskey Guide. Yeah, not buying the HP 15. HP. Oh, Highland Park. Yeah. Highland Park, I'm kind of turned off of anyway. Their whole Viking thing has gone too far. And their more recent expressions have been kind of hit or miss for me. So yeah, I'm not really flocking to get them off the shelf and bring them home, unless of course they're very affordable, like on sale. Top Shelf Dustin says to Greg's Whiskey Guide, I just don't get Bowmore. Never owned an official bottling, but every time I try anything with it, yuck. I've heard that there are some phenomenal independent bottles of Bowmore, but myself, I don't know. Ran is here too. Wow, we got 7 people watching. Thanks for joining us. Now, what's Peter White say here? The newer Farkless 15 has no sulfur. Okay, well, this is newer, I guess. I got this not long ago, like 4 or 5 months ago from Alberta, maybe 6 months ago. And I never really, I'm not sensitive to sulfur anyway, so it doesn't bother me. If it continues like that, I'm going to start a petition campaign against opaque bottles in whiskey. Yes, go for it, Greg. Do that. Do it for all of us. No Name 3 was 140 here. I really respect this blend, even if I don't like the Bowmore elements. Okay. And what else is going on here? It seems that brand is very divisive indeed. Yeah. Okay. Bowmore. There you go. Top Shelf. Greg's Whiskey Guide. Yeah, it does. I need to try more, but when it's used in blends, it is always off-putting. Okay. I might like it then, but won't be paying that much at Top Shelf. Okay. But I think you'd like this No Name 3 a lot, Greg. Bowmore 15 Lamrig Batch 4 was the last great Bowmore I had. Only problem, Peter, is where am I going to find that around here? I've heard of it. I've heard of great Bowmores. I've just never found one around here. But this Glenfarclas 15 is sure hitting the spot. What's going on here? Well, this is No Name 3 is a great value when you look at the components. Okay. I have the opportunity. I'd like to try it at least indeed. Okay. If I have the opportunity. Okay. 15-year-old Lafroig, 18-year Bowmore and Mortlach, and 17-year Kleinlich, and drop of their stupid Highland Malt. Yeah, the 18-year-old Bowmore wasn't bad. 18-year-old Mortlach. I haven't had that one, have I? I had a 16. 17-year-old Klein Leash. I've never had that. I've had the 14-year-old Klein Leash, but the 17, no. It's all a matter of what you can get where you are. Top Shelf Dustin. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Bowmore 12 at all, even though it's the Queen Mom's favorite. But I'm sure her favorite is way older than 12 years old. The Queen Mother, is she still alive? Wow. For a blend with 99.5% being 15-plus-year-old whiskey, 140 is very fair. Oh, and we're talking about price. Okay. And we're probably talking about no name. Okay. 48.9% on the no name 3 as well. Okay. So we're talking about the strength. What's going on here? Hi, Peter White. I agree. I thought though not sure which batch is mine, it is not visible now. I just can tell it was bottled in 11/12/2012 and has an ABV of 53.7. Peter White would know all about that. Picked up the cartridge just for the hell of it. Did not hear too many great things. Well, I was not the source of any great things or terrible things because it's going to take a while before I get to it. Top Shelf Dustin saying, I'm hearing this year's cartridge is a buy. Oh, well. Every cartridge I come across has been pretty good. So I buy them all. Batch 4 is 54.1% and was the last one. Bowmore turned to crap and or way overpriced bottles after that. Okay. Not all Bowmore, though. I tried a lot of indies, too. One of my very favorite is a distillery exclusive Malt Man selection. A friend of mine brought me back from Isla. It is a stunner. Oh. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be some good ones somewhere, no? It was not expensive, so I wanted to pick it up. Yeah. Thanks, says Greg to Peter White. Oh my gosh, I'm behind. Stephen Connor was a fan, and when he's a fan, it's not going to disappoint often. Okay. Okay. Which store do you purchase from in Alberta? Usually it's what's their name again? Craft Cellars. Usually Craft Cellars, although I have bought one or two whiskeys from zin.com. Sometimes Craft Cellars comes out that I'm ahead, that it's cheaper than around here. But recently I bought a bottle of the Canadian Club Chronicles, the 44-year-old, and it worked out more expensive than if I would have bought it at the Premium Spirits release in British Columbia. But I didn't know. So I picked it up. I got it delivered to me by mail, and it was more expensive. However, I do have a bottle. So, yeah, Craft Cellars, sometimes it works out better, and sometimes it works out worse. Most of the time, it works out better. I've made some savings, even if you include the postage. So now you know, Craft Cellars. I grabbed a bottle. Okay. Greg's. I like it. I like this way more than the 2018 Flaming Heart. Okay. Lamrig was discontinued in 2014. Bought 3 bottles at 100 Canadian each. It's nice to dream. Interesting at Top Shelf, Dustin. I have FH from 2008 and 2012, second and fourth release. That would be Flaming Heart. Okay. Can't comment on those. I have the 2015, which IMO was a masterpiece, but that had 30-year-old Kalila, large amounts. That could be a $300 bottle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're talking into the realm of the rare here. 300. Most of the bottles I buy are like under $100. Boatload of new SMs I've dropped in Alberta lately. I need to pretend I never saw the email notifications. I know. It's hard. You see those email notifications. Say, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. So next thing you know, you spent a lot of money on things. It's interesting. Old Kalila can be terrifically good, fantastic as some Port Ellen, and often it happens to be a 1984 vintage for some reason. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I love well-aged Kalila. We've talked about our love of some of that 84 stuff before as well. Aha. Ed Forog. Where are you at these days? Food Quig still in Victoria? Yep, I'm still in Victoria, British Columbia. Still here. Still holding down the fort for a few more years till my retirement. Driving cab and having adventures. Got none, no. Okay. Craft Cellars in Zinn adds your provincial taxes. They have great selection, but they suck. Sierra Springs and ABC are the stores to buy from. There you go. Now I know. So I've heard of Sierra Springs. And no, they don't add my provincial taxes, as far as I'm aware of. They give me the thing as it Sierra Springs. I'll write that down. I've heard of Sierra Springs, and I have looked at their thing a little bit. I have looked at their page, but if they would send me a notification what's on sale every now and then, that would be great. ABC. Okay, Sierra Springs and ABC. I've got that noted. It's right here on my piece of paper, Sierra Springs and ABC. And I will be looking into those. Thank you very much, Peter. I appreciate that. Because I think I do feel that I have been ripped off a little bit by Craft Cellars on some things. On other things, I came out ahead. But no, they didn't add no provincial taxes. They just have the price that's advertised. And they add the GST, and then they add the postage and 10-cent bottle deposit for each bottle, but that's about it. All right, what's Greg saying here? Top Shelf Dustin, correction. I know I was allowed to put some drops of Kalila 84 in my half-bottle blend gift for my 50th birthday during a London Cadenhead's tasting session. Ooh, wow. I have half a bottle of my 84 Cadenhead. Wow. Huh. One of my favorite and most expensive bottles in my collection. There you go. Thanks for that at Peter White. Yeah, thanks again. They do for sales from Ontario, but they are afraid of the LCBO. Okay. Downside is that the owner did fill 70% of the bottle with a cask, and not of my choice, but with some average X-Lowell and stuff. I hope when I'll open it, it didn't ruin what I added. Oh, blending. Blending. Lucky you at Top Shelf Dustin, says Greg. Yeah. 8 people watching. My goodness. What is going on? I just lost my sound. 2 hours I've been on. Oh my goodness. Let me turn this amplifier back on so even though I'm not listening to anything, it's better to have the amplifier on. It cuts out every 8 hours. So when it cuts out, I need to turn it on again. Not a big deal. 650. So far, I think the most I paid for a bottle was 350. And that was pushing it. That was really pushing it. There's so much great whiskey at lower prices that I don't see the need to spend that kind of money. Anyway, guys, it's been a great 2 hours. 8 people watching. And I am getting kind of sleepy. Might even take a nap right here. So it's been a hoot. It's been fine. It's been fun. Thank you very much for staying with me this long. I wish you all a very good night or a very good morning, depending on what the situation is where you are. Greg, I thought you were going to cut out before me. At Food Quig at Top Shelf Dustin, I added a stunning 26-year-old Blair Athol, a 15-year-old Springbank, and a few other stuff at Top Shelf Dustin. If I had fully blended it, I'd make sure it wasn't crap inside. Let me tell you. Oh, these people are now. I'm finding I don't like the value on whiskey from like 150 to 400 very often anymore. Yeah. You mean you don't like the whiskey at that price or the value? Yeah, okay. I know some people would be shocked, but I think it is not overpriced at Top Shelf. Very fair price today. Oh, gentlemen, it's been a hoot. It's been great. But I'm putting a limit on this. It was wonderful to connect with you all again, and I hope you all have a very good night. And I'm going to post my first comment on this one. Oh, what can you spell it? Oh, okay. What do we got here? Yeah, I know. Sadly, there's great whiskey at 500. Sadly, yes, very sadly. I don't go that high. Thanks for the stream, Quig. You're welcome, Ren. It's been a blast. Thanks for the live stream. Yeah, it's been good, Donner Pass. It's been very nice. And it's the middle of the market stuff that's becoming just crap for the money. Yeah, that's true. I believe you. And right here we have Quig. Very nice broadcast. Thank you later. Yes, the Draminator. And thank you all, my friends. There you are. Slanchava.